my beloved Sheikh Abul Yatama, Adam Allahu Baqa'ahu al Khairat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve him for me and for the entire ummah upon goodness. I heard him long time ago narrating the story of an ant during the time of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. And like we all know, Prophet Sulaiman was granted the nature of the kingdom that was unprecedented. It was unheard of. The world has never recorded the nature of kingdom Nabiyullah Sulaiman alayhi salam enjoyed. As he could communicate with ants and animals, he could command the wind, he has control over the devils and the jinns. In fact, his kingdom was unprecedented. So one day, while Nabiyullah Sulaiman was discussing with an ant, he asked to know what is the sufficient food for the ant in a year. And the ant, subhanallah, responded that in a year, its sufficient food is 1 grain. So Nabiyullah Sulaiman decided to cage the ant, not with the intention of punishing it, but rather to save it the stress of having to go out every day to search for food. So Nabiyullah Sulaiman caged the ant, dropped a grain inside the cage for the ant and left. So after 1 year, Nabiyullah Sulaiman came back to the ant, and to his surprise, he met the ant in its condition. The only thing was that the ant only ate half of the grain, leaving half behind. To his utter bewilderment, Nabiyullah Sulaiman asked the ant, "Why did you eat only half of the grain, leaving the other half behind, as against what you told me that in a year your sufficient food is 1 grain?" The ant responded saying, "Back then when I used to be free and on the surface of the earth, I could eat freely and confidently because I'm not under any restriction. I know my Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to provide for me. So I ate freely and confidently. But right now that I'm in the confines of your cage, I have to discipline myself to eat half and leave half behind, because there is every tendency for you to forget me when you get busy with the administrative work, and you forget me here. Allahu Akbar." So when the ant was under the surface of the earth, its tawwakul is on Allah, so it could eat freely and confidently. But then when it was caged under the authority of Nabiyullah Sulaiman, it disciplined itself. Look at the tawwakul of Inamla. Look at the level of tawwakul an ant had for its Lord. Allahu Akbar. One person narrated it beautifully, that he observed a strange behavior from the cat he is training, that no matter what, the cat will refuse to eat in his presence. The cat will rather take the food away to somewhere out of sight to consume the food. He decided one day to trail and track the cat, and at the end he noticed that anytime he finished serving the cat its food, it usually take it to a place where a sister cat is, and the sister cat is a cat that is blind, subhanallah, old and frail and crippled. Truth is the word of Allah, where he said in Surah Hud verse 6, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا وَيَعْلَمُ مُسْتَقَرَّهَا وَمُسْتَوْدَعَهَا كُلٌّ فِي كِتَابٍ مُبِينٍ. And there is no single living creature on the surface of the earth except إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا, except that its provision is due from Allah. وَيَعْلَمُ مُسْتَقَرَّهَا وَمُسْتَوْدَعَهَا, and He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knows its dwelling place and its deposit place. كُلٌّ فِي كِتَابٍ مُبِينٍ. And that is why the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying in the hadith of Umar radiallahu anhu, لو أنكم تتوكلون على الله حق توكله Were you to depend on Allah with true dependence, la razaqakum kama yarzuqu at-tayr, He will have provided for you like how He provide for the birds. A bird that left its nest in the morning hungry, تغدو خماصا وتروح بطانا, in the evening it will return back with full stomach. Allahu Akbar. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of a black ant walking on a dark night on top of a thick dark mountain, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of it, then how do you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgotten you? How do you think Allah is not aware of you? He holds you. Allahu Akbar. Let's learn tawwakul from animals. Have tawwakul, for your Lord is always aware of you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the true understanding of tawwakul. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil